welcome to Earth Day. We want you to know that we take it very, very seriously. Today, this entire show is powered on grass clippings that nature itself clipped the grass. We did not run a lawnmower over it. We believe in natural self-selection of blades of grass being clipped. And so we take all of those and we put them in a giant heap. And out of that, steam comes out, and that is powering our entire studio today.
It is a steaming heap.
It is. Thank you very much, Stu. And we're proud of our steaming heap that we call the Glenn Beck program, and we're glad that you're here. Speaking of steaming heaps, it is Earth Day today, and I see you're wearing your eco-compliant clothing today,
yes,
which is very nice.
Yep, colored by tangerine rinds as they decompose.
Yes, very nice. Now, you didn't eat those tangerines or pull them off of the trees.
Of course not. These naturally fell off the trees.
Right, and right onto your sweater.
Right on my sweater.
Right.
I stood under a tangerine tree for 6 months to get
wow,
this color.
That is amazing.
Are you a Fruitopian too?
I am a Fruitopian.
I am as well.
Yeah.
I am as well.
How did you get the pink in your shirt there?
It fell.
The pink fell out of
pink
what?
Just fell out of a tree.
Fell out of, really?
And I was underneath it.
Did it come in the plaid shape? Like
it did.
That? Okay.
Because I have a pink shirt like that. That I killed humans. And I stained my shirt in blood.
Okay.
And I was almost out of human blood to be able to stain my shirt.
That
so
helps
the last
on
one is
levels.
pink.
Oh, that's so good for the environment.
Yeah,
that's what
so good.
Right, exactly right.
Because
It's
then
less
exactly
breathers.
Right. Yep.
So there's less CO2.
Right, and less breeders.
Less breathers.
And breeders.
Yes.
Good point.
We just have, because Earth Day started in 1970, and we so respect it.
We love it.
We wanted to go back and give you some of the original predictions. And let me tell you something.
Dead on.
You won't believe how dead on these things are.
Dead on.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is 1970.
Right.
I mean, you're going to think, oh my gosh, these were prophets. These were soothsayers.
Yes, they were. So
at the moment,
here's just a little.
At the moment, the planet is cooling off because we have put so much crud into the atmosphere. The warming trend that the CO2 addition caused up from 1940 has been overpowered.
Yeah.
The turbidity of the atmosphere over the Central Pacific has increased 30% in the last decade. According to Reed Bryson, the meteorologist at the University of Wisconsin, who is tracking this most closely, we are beginning to revert to a weather pattern in this country which we saw in the early 1800s. If we do that, our agricultural productivity will suffer a great deal because agriculture is tremendously dependent on the weather.
It sure is.
Boy, that's a mouthful, huh?
Yep, the turbidity.
So,
how often have we talked about it?
Over the Pacific?
Yeah.
Great deal.
Stop with the turbidity.
So let me give you some of the things that they said in 1970, and I just want you to see soothsayers. And that's not easy to say. Harvard biologist George Wald said civilization will end within 15 to 30 years unless immediate action is taken against problems facing mankind.
15 to 30.
So that was 1985
to 2000.
To 2000. And we know what year, humankind came to an end.
It was 1993, right?
I believe it was.
Okay.
I believe it was. Let's see.
So he was on the backside of that, but it's still very, very accurate.
He nailed it.
Population will inevitably and completely outstrip whatever small increases in food supplies we make. Now, this is made, this statement was made by Paul Ehrlich in 1970.
Ehrlich, jeez.
He said the death rate will increase until at least 1 to 200 million people a year will be starving to death by the year 1980, and then it only gets worse.
Wow, I missed that in the news. That's amazing.
Well,
200 million people
because
a
all
year
of the
were
news
dying.
reporters that were covering all of the starvations died. They starved to
They're
death.
dead.
Okay, that
There's
makes
no way
sense.
to get the film canisters over here because they would starve to death.
Right.
Most people, again, a prediction from first Earth Day. These were all made on the first Earth Day, 1970. Most of the people who are going to die, they're going to die in the greatest cataclysm in the history of man, and they've already been born. He said some experts feel food shortages will have escalated to the present levels of world hunger and starvation into famines of unbelievable proportions. Other experts, more optimistic, think the ultimate food population collision will not occur until the decade of the 1980s. Now, we can look back and say that
the cataclysm, it was the 80s, right?
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
The more optimistic, everyone will starve to death. Those were more right. Between 1980 and 1989, another prediction from the first Earth Day in 1970. Between 1980 and 1989, 4 billion people, including 65 million Americans, will perish in what will be known as the Great Die-Off.
Remember the Great Die-Off?
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, I was surprised we all survived
1987, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it started in 84, ended in 87.
I lost almost everybody in my family.
Yeah. They're all.
Oh, man, I weep
all
for them
dead.
still today.
Yeah.
I mean, it really,
4 billion people piled up dead. It was a big
Well,
cleanup.
you remember we had
Big cleanup.
65 million Americans. We all had to go back in our backyard and burn.
Yeah, that's right.
I will say I thought it would be more noticeable.
I never get the smell out of.
You know?
Did you really?
I
You thought 4 billion
Really?
people would
I
be
can never get
noticeable?
the smell out of those burning bodies out of
Really?
my. No,
'Cause
65 million Americans that we all had.
It's a
to-
lot.
Somehow
Yeah, it's a
that
lot.
just
Man, it was
slipped
bad.
by me, the 4 billion
I
dead.
didn't even
Yeah.
barely notice it. I'm just. I'm
Dennis
not very
Hayes,
sensitive, I guess.
Dennis Hayes, the chief organizer for Earth Day,
Oh, good.
said in 1970, and I think we know how true this is. It's already too late to avoid mass starvation.
Yep.
No, it's definitely too late.
How true.
No question.
That's why all those people, 4 billion people died. So
Yeah,
Peter
well, part of
Gunther.
it.
Peter Gunther, the North Texas State University professor, said in 1970 for First Earth Day, demographers. How do you say that?
Demographers.
Agree almost unanimously on the first grim timetable. So almost all the scientists.
Well, the science is settled.
it's consent. That's what you call
Yeah,
consensus,
consensus.
right? Almost all scientists agree.
it's almost unanimous. By 1975, and think how spooky this is because it's right on. 1975, widespread famines will begin in India.
Yeah.
They will spread by 1990 to include all of India, all of Pakistan, all
Yep.
of China, the Near East, and Africa. And by the year 2000, but conceivably much sooner, South and Central America will exist under famine conditions. And by the year 2000, 30 years from now, the entire world, with the exception of Europe, North America, and Australia, will be in total famine.
Wow. And how prescient was that?
Oh boy. No, that's
Well,
why
so we gotta-
everybody's dead in China.
We got to
Everybody.
thank our lucky stars that we're the only. It's us, Europe, and Australia, the only ones that are not in total famine.
Yeah. So and I'm
Everybody else is dead. I don't know if people realize that. We haven't haven't gotten the film canisters out of those areas
'Cause
where
everyone-
everybody died. Because you get over there and then you're like, okay, I got to get back, but now I'm really hungry. I don't have a sandwich.
Well, there's nobody to fly the planes.
no,
so.
you fly the planes back.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
And I guess we're just assuming this is a government lie then that there's 1.3 billion people in China.
Oh yeah,
Okay, that's just
clear.
Obviously.
Okay, I was just wanting
What
to
are
make
you,
sure.
stupid?
Life
Kinda.
reported for Earth Day 1970. Scientists have solid experimental and theoretical evidence.
So not just guessing, not just computer models.
No,
they have
solid evidence.
experimental evidence.
for the to support the following predictions. In a decade, by 1980, urban dwellers.
Gone. Dead.
No.
No. Okay. That was
Don't
stupid.
exaggerate.
I'm sorry. No.
Why
I'm
are you
don't,
so
don't try
I'm
to
the
make
stupid
this
one.
into
No, I
so
know.
dumb.
You're right.
So dumb.
Urban dwellers are going to have to wear, say it with me,
A hair
Gas
mask.
Gas
mask. We all have done that
mask because of the
because of the air pollution.
air pollution.
By 1985, air pollution will have reduced the amount of
air.
sausage.
Air.
Sunlight. reaching the
In the
earth
air.
by
Train.
one half. No, like trains. The sunlight does not come to the earth onto trains.
Kind of cool,
That's
though.
true. That's true.
Okay, that would be kind of cool, but that's not the way it happens. Common Core? Common
I-
Core got you?
Common Core,
If
public
the
school.
if the sunlight was traveling to the earth on a train,
Yeah. That would
going 65 miles an hour,
be weird.
Yeah, it would be.
it would be.
And
Okay.
slow.
On second
Not
thought.
to mention
I mean,
slow.
you knew this because you go outside now. Nobody needs sunglasses because the sunlight has been cut by half because of all of the pollution.
All right.
And
That's
and
why?
the nice
Okay.
thing is, I have my Ray-Ban gas mask
That's
that,
stylish.
that incorporate the sunglasses with the gas mask.
Right.
And it automatically brightens when you come inside, right?
Which is really
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, that it's good. So
Ecologist Kenneth Watt told Time Magazine 1970 in celebration of the first Earth Day, at the present rate of nitrogen buildup, it's only a matter of time before light will be filtered out of the atmosphere entirely.
I've been saying that.
pitch
And
black.
none of our land will be usable.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time.
Barry Commoner said the decaying organic pollutants will use up all of the oxygen in America's rivers, thus causing all the freshwater fish to suffocate.
Which is why there's so many dead fish.
Dead fish.
Dead fish
I
everywhere.
thought first, I swear to you, I thought somebody was using pillows to suffocate them.
No.
It's not true.
That's
There's
not
just
true.
Yeah, I was in a grocery store the other day, and all the fish I saw were dead.
Oh, my gosh.
All of them.
All of
100%.
them?
Really?
You didn't eat them, did you?
No, they're all dead. They were all dead.
Suffocated?
A coincidence?
No.
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 No. Tell me the last time you went into a supermarket and saw live fish.
You don't see them.
Not anymore. Paul Ehrlich, May 1970, said that DDT and other chlorinated hydrocarbons may have substantially reduced the life expectancy of people born since 1945. And he warned. He warned that people born since 1946 now had a life expectancy of only 49 years. And he predicted in 1970 that if current patterns continue, by 1980, people will only live 42 years, and it will never go up.
And he
That's
pretty
why
much
there's no
nailed
42-year-old
that.
older than 42-year-olds anymore.
No, there's none.
Yeah, they're all dead. All dead.
I have to tell you the truth. Pat and I are only 35.
Yeah.
But we live in the inner city where the air is so bad, we both look in our 50s.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
It's bad. It's bad.
I'm actually 26 years old.
You're 26.
26.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 I'm 12.
You're 12.
We look
Wow.
bad, right?
For 12
Yeah.
and 26,
Yes.
I would say
It's
a
the
We look
air.
bad. It's the air.
I was also eating fish.
Oh my gosh.
Dead fish.
Dead fish.
Yeah, from the river.
Suffocated dead fish.
You'll be lucky to make it to 42.
So
Yeah, no way.
Harrison Brown, a scientist at the National Academy of Science, published a chart in Scientific America that looked at metal reserves and made this clear, prophetic warning.
No more metal.
Shortly after 2000, copper will run out. There
Yep.
will be no copper left on Earth.
That's why you don't see a penny anymore.
That's right.
Not a
So
single
there's
one.
there's no copper left on Earth. We
No
all know
copper.
that to be true. But what we didn't know is the government has been hiding this from us. Not only did copper run out in the year 2000, but lead, zinc, tin, gold, and silver was gone.
Gone.
Wow.
And did I say gold? Gone by 1990.
So what is Goldline selling to us?
Yeah,
exactly
spray
right.
painted
This is unbelievable.
Spray
We caught
painted
them.
rocks. That's what they're selling.
So, Secretary of the Smithsonian Institute
Bastards.
on Earth Day, 1970, said in 25 years,
Yeah.
that's
That was 1995. This is when this happened.
75 to 80% of all species of living animals are
Dead.
extinct.
Gone. They're gone.
So, but it might have been-
75%.
I think it might have only been 73%, to be honest. But, he was close.
Don't be
And
a denier, Stu.
Here's
Don't
the
be a
one.
denier.
Here's the Earth Day prediction from
Don't do that.
1970 that, I mean,
You'll embarrass yourself.
I'm sorry.
the consensus was very clear on this. And if we
Okay.
would have
Yeah, it
listened to
was.
them then,
Could have. 4 billion people could be alive today.
my dog would still be alive today.
Yeah.
Victor died.
That's
he
right.
did die.
Global
I mean,
warming killed him.
Seemingly.
No,
Cooling. I'm sorry.
yes.
Sorry, that was stupid.
Kenneth Watt.
Idiot.
Kenneth Watt warned us in this final warning from Earth Day 1970.
This was the last one?
It was the last one before they were all wiped out.
Wow.
Kenneth Watt warned about the impending ice age. He said, quote, "The world has been chilling sharply for about 20 years.
Sharply.
If present trends continue,
Oh, no.
the world will be 4 degrees cooler for the global mean temperature in 1990. We know that's true.
Oh, of course.
What's so mean about it?
But 11 degrees colder in the year 2000. And that is 11
11 degrees colder.
And that is twice.
Brr.
That is twice what it will take
Brr.
to put the world in a global ice age.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if
He
you've gone
nailed
outside.
that.
I don't know if you've gone outside lately.
No, I can't. I can't
open the door.
Frozen in.
Yeah.
The only thing
So-
that stopped all of us
It's
from
800
dying-
below zero outside.
It is.
We're in Texas.
It would be worse than that, though, if not for all the global warming.
Yes.
Because the global
Which
warming,
puts our
luckily-
temperature outside at about 78.
Right. Yes, it just happens to be that they're
Without the
fighting each other
global warming,
to a draw.
it would be 800 below zero.
Wow.
It's crazy.
By the way, if you want to hear these comments made today, we just on Pat and Stu a week or two ago, we played a clip from Bill Maher, in which he quoted as if these things were all happening, quoting, except it's just happening in the future again. It's always in the future a little bit more. But he's like, absolutely, overpopulation is going to kill all of us. I mean, they're still believing this nonsense after being proven this wrong for this long, this many times.
And they're saying the same kind of thing, just the opposite.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite effect. They're saying this, if trends continue, we're going to see a 6-degree rise and a total melting of all ice.
Let me show you how ridiculous that is. If Pat just said that sentence, and if that trend continues, I will never speak on my own show again.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
That's how dangerous this is.